Hey everyone, welcome back to the old family farm. We are in March, and what am I doing? I am gonna load up our seeder here because we are in the process with the farm all to plant some grass. Our crops are coming up pretty nicely. Let's hop out here real quick. Where are we at with our growth stage? So 5 of 8. I have to keep an eye on that. I have this tendency to just go right past harvest stage into withered, so we'll try to avoid that. Hopefully, hopefully here on the family farm. Hope everyone's having a great new year. Speaking of new year, there is one small change that I am making to the channel, at least for the time being. I might go back to it. Let me verify we got grass set up in this thing. I want to make sure absolutely do. I'll talk to you a little bit about it. It's a small change. It's not a big change. But my plan from here on out is to, on Thursdays, which is, of course, Throwback Thursday day. Is that right? It's Thursdays are Throwback Thursday day. Anyways, normally what I will do is, normally I would have Kubota Farm in the morning, and then go to Old Family Farm and release that later in the afternoon, early PM, depending on where you are, what your time zone and stuff is. But what I'm planning on doing now is replacing Kubota Farm on Thursdays with Throwback Thursdays, and not having a Kubota Farm episode on Thursdays. It's going to make things a little bit easier for me, at least for the foreseeable future. So I'll still have an episode of something every day. You'll get Kubota Farm Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then Throwback Thursdays on Thursdays. And I will release Throwback Thursday episodes. Instead of in the evening, I'll just go ahead and release it when I normally would have released Kubota Farm, which I've been releasing my daily episodes right around 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So that is the plan, from at least for the foreseeable future. So Kubota Farm Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Old Family Farm Thursdays to continue on with the Throwback Thursday series. And a lot of times I'll even throw an episode out over the weekend, just because I like to keep you along with my progress. And I like playing the game more than just the recording part of it. So a lot of times I'll play over the weekend and record some stuff that I'm doing then, and throw that out on the channel as well. So you're more likely to get 6 episodes a week, if not 7 sometimes. But that's it. That's the only thing really that's kind of a change for the channel. Not a big deal, but I wanted to throw that out there just so you're wondering. I think I'll probably post something. YouTube's letting me post comments, or letting me post posts, I guess it is. So I'll probably post something as well. But I do want to thank everyone, though, for an awesome 2022. I started the channel just because I enjoy this game a lot and wanted to share that with other people. And it's been a lot of fun. And I've gotten some really nice comments, some nice feedback. And I always appreciate that. And of course, you know, if you enjoy the videos, throw a like down there if you would. Definitely subscribe if you want. Love having you as a subscriber on the channel as well, if you'd like to do that. So let's get back to enough with the mumbo jumbo. Let's get back to what's going on here in the farm. So, as you know, this field we had meadow grass, and I ended up just plowing all that up and getting this field prepped, and we're gonna plant I don't know, what do you call it, crop grass, or normal planted grass. Just get better yields from it. It takes fertilizer and lime, and it just seems to produce a lot more grass for us, which in turn we basically always ferment and sell as silage. We don't have any animals that require silage at this point, so we're just using it more like a cash crop, more or less. And then I'll show you once we get this knocked out. The field behind the house, we were also using that as a meadow grass field, and we were mowing meadow grass back there. Well, went ahead and got that all plowed up, and we purchased the adjacent field. Adjacent, would it be? I don't know. When I think of adjacent, I guess I kind of think of to the side of it. So it's not really to the side of it. It's kind of at the end of it. And then we made, plowed that up and plowed them together. So we've got one larger field there behind the house. And the plan there is to go ahead and plant corn. Do a corn field back there, but we can't plant corn in March. We have to wait a month, so in the meantime we are going to go ahead and get this field planted up with grass, and as you can see, it's already been limed, and we will fertilize once we're done planting. I suppose technically, no, it's a grass plow. It's grass, so I guess we don't want to roll. We're probably not going to be rolling anything anyways. We don't really have a roller, I don't think, yet. I guess we could look into purchasing a field roller. But we don't have any rollers yet at this point, so we'll probably just go ahead and get this taken care of. Get it fertilized. Now, we're not using precision farming, so we do 2 applications of fertilizer. The first one, you get that 50% fertilizer, you wait a growth stage, and then you throw down the second one, and that gets you your 100% fertilized. It's kind of weird because we use precision farming on Kubota Farm, and sometimes I get a little confused going between the two, because I've gotten so used to precision farming that it almost seems weird to not use precision farming on a map. And this tractor is going to need some serious washing when we're done here. We've got a lot of seed in the barn, so that's been really nice. There's like 3 or 4 pallets of seed sitting there in the barn that we started with, so that is saving us some nice coin. Excuse me. Boy, my apologies. So must be the all the dust flying around the tractor right now. Man, sorry about that. Hopefully that was not loud in your ear. I really like the sounds this Farmall makes. It just sounds like it wants to stall out when you slow down and stuff. And it's got a nice smoke to the chimney there. Yeah, it's a nice piece of machinery. Well, you wouldn't want to wear any long sleeves or loose, baggy sleeves. I suppose they'd have to be pretty baggy to get caught up in there, but I can just picture, you know, people's kids or grandkids hanging out here sitting on the edge of the seat, their feet dangling over there. Oh, man. So many fun things we did as kids that we had no idea how unsafe they were, but we survived somehow or other. All right, outstanding. I think we're in pretty good shape here on the field. I think I might have... Let me take just a quick cruise over here. I like getting the grass fields planted as thoroughly as possible. I don't know if my OCD kicks in with grass fields for some reason more so than it does with other crops. It's kind of weird that way. I can have like small little patches for cash crop fields and stuff, and it's like with grass fields, I just feel like, you know, everything's got to be stitched up perfectly. I think we got it pretty good here, though. I just want to make sure these edges, I thought I had been a slacker and let a couple of these edges go a little bit, but it's looking pretty good. I really like this seeder. I'm glad we switched to this Porsche seeder. It just seems to run a lot better than the seeder that we were originally had. It's much faster, that's for sure. I just could not get that other seeder to work well on the farm. I was getting 2 or 3 miles an hour out of the thing, and it was painful. So this was a must-have and wonderful addition to the farm. And I love the way you don't have to turn it on and off. It's just all mechanical, and it does an amazing job. Thanks, Mr. Farmall. You did awesome. We're also going to have to think about getting another clothing change here. I think the weather's getting a little warm for this look. All right, let's set up to do some fertilizing. I really don't know how much fertilizer this is going to use. Hopefully we're not going to be making 100 trips back and forth. We've got a stack of fertilizer over there by the barn that we can purchase from, so we don't have to run out to Betty Lou's to buy it, which is kind of nice. Speaking of Betty Lou and Mr. Tiny, they are on vacation. I didn't even know that they took vacations. I don't know what Tiny is taking a vacation from. The guy really... Well, I shouldn't say he's not employed. He's self-employed. He's continuing on his, I guess, starting a new family business. You know, that delivery service. Tiny's Deliverall, or whatever he's calling it. I don't really know. He says he'll deliver everything from a baby to a pizza. And when I was talking to him, I'm like, Tiny, dude, what are you talking about? You're not a midwife. You're not a doctor. You can't deliver children. And he's like, no, man, you don't get it. I don't deliver babies. I deliver babies. Like, if you buy one, I'll bring it to you. And I'm like, Tiny, no, buddy, no. See, first of all, that's super sketchy. But also, I don't think that's the way it works. You know, it's people aren't, you know, you don't do the mail order thing with babies. And I honestly thought I think he could swear up and down he saw one in a Sears catalog one time, and that's been his focus. So I didn't want to argue with him. He's got a really nice slogan going on there. You know, we'll deliver everything from babies to pizza, and the guy's trying to be entrepreneurial. I can't knock him for that. He's the town's Tiny, and that's the way we like him, I guess. Betty Lou, but I guess Betty Lou and him took off. I guess they are vacationing somewhere in the upper part of the state. they've been very secretive. They don't really talk much family business anyways, but they've been very secretive about what their vacation is, what's going on with it. Tiny did mention that that it wasn't all vacation, that there was some business taking place, I guess, with this. So I kind of think he only said that for tax purposes. I think they believe that if they do, you know, if they say that they're also, if it's a business trip, then they can write it off. I don't question the Smalls. I don't question what it is they think, the way the world works. I just let them do as they see fit. But in their absence, I'm actually, I guess that what they called, have the honor of running the store. Now, that's kind of difficult because obviously I have a lot of work to do here on the farm, so I can't be at the store during the day. But basically what I did was I just left a note on the door, said take what you want and leave the money. And apparently that works pretty well. I guess I mentioned that to Betty Lou, and she said that's pretty much 90% of what she does anyway. So, you know, she opens the door, leaves a note, walks away, and that's it. So the store is still open for business. So if we need to pick up something, if we need to buy anything from the hay and feed and seed, or whatever they call it, we certainly are still welcome to do that. Tiny asked me to monitor his new business. I guess take requests and just make notes of them. I don't understand that concept at all, because I don't know why somebody would request a delivery that they, like, he mentioned like, oh, pizza order, you know, or people order pizzas, and I'm like, Tiny, dude, people, when they order a pizza, they generally, you know, want it now, like, you know, for dinner, like deliver in 30 minutes kind of thing. But his idea is, you know, people order pizza and he'll get to it when he gets back. So I don't know. Somehow they Forrest Gump their way through life. Some people are good at that. You know, I mean, some people can do that and get away with it. That's pretty much the Smalls. So, you know, God bless them for that. So it's going to be quiet around here, I think, with the Smalls being gone. It's not such a bad thing, I guess. Awesome. So we have fertilized 100% because we had we had a layer of fertilization before we planted, and we limed up, and we're at 98% yield. My guess is, I think we could roll it. I don't know if you know, I'm a little bit, I'm forgetting whether or not, and I know that with grass, okay, so with normal crops, you can roll them straight away after you plant them, right? And you get a small, I think it's like supposedly around 2% yield increase if you roll your normal crops. But I forget with grass. I know with grass you can start rolling it after its first growth stage. So let's say next month we could roll the grass and get a better yield. I don't know if that's the 2% that we're missing then. I'm assuming it is. I don't think we're going to bother with that. I want to buy this field, but I've really been waiting and hoping that this withered stuff goes away. And who owns this right now? Clifford. I'm hoping Clifford plows this up and plants something. Hopefully not cotton or something like that. And then we can buy it fully planted. That'd be kind of nice. But holding off on that for now. 4 of 6 here. on the barley, boy, that's looking good. That's looking much better. Very, very happy with that. Outstanding. So we've got that barley field. We've got this canola field. This canola field, generally, I think it's going to do pretty well. I think we could have done a little bit better with it. Its yield potential isn't too bad. Yield bonus plus 80%. We could have done better, but I think we took this field on in a state that we started behind on the field, is I guess what I'm trying to say, but we'll do better next time. Nice big old weed sticking out of the ground over there. I did weed this field, but I don't think I was particularly careful with it, so there's a few weeds here and there, but not too bad, not too bad. Hello, Mr. Duck. Ducks and chickens are having a great... Whoa, hello. Let's get the Massey cleaned up a little bit here. I must say, whoa, I don't know where that dude just went. I apologize to the John Deere fans. I am a John Deere fan. I mean, I'm not like as hardcore about it as some people I know. But I really like this Massey. I got to be honest with you. This is probably my personal favorite on the farm, is this Massey. I just really like the way... I like the way it looks, number one. And number two, it seems like I just enjoy driving it and using it the most out of any of them. Ha, I'm going to spray you, Mr. Duck. Spray you too. So I really do like this particular tractor. It's quite nice. What's our maintenance looking like on this thing? Oh, that's good. $1 for that. We don't paint things on the farm, so forget about that nonsense. There was... Oh, man. Oh, you scared me, man. I thought you were... at the, either falling asleep or dying on me there. Let's grab the Farmall. What's our maintenance look like on the Farmall? Oh, shoot. We're doing good. I think we did a lot of maintenance an episode or two ago. I really like this Farmall, too. It's, I think, the least horsepower. I think it's the lowest horsepower tractor we have. But I really do like the styling of these old Farmalls quite a lot. I think it's the nicest sounding one we have, too. Yeah, that's got a good sound to it. Sorry, Mr. Duck, but you're going to have to move out of the way. Oh, it's even got squeaky brakes. Hey, I didn't want to go back in you. That's what I wanted. I wasn't going to really wash this equipment very much, but it seems like, from what I understand, if you keep them clean, supposedly maintenance maybe is a little bit less on them, so I'm going to go ahead and try and keep our stuff a little bit cleaner. This is one of the newer pieces of machinery we have on the farm, is this planter. And I got to tell you, I like it. And it's from that Porsche pack from My Game Steam. And we've got actually 2 or 3 pieces of equipment from that pack. And I have been really impressed with them. They're nicely detailed. They have good sounds. They work great. They're no... I don't think that air has actually anything to do with that. Custom shader. Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with that. I think I got a couple small errors when we added ducks to the map, but other than that, these have been really solid pieces of equipment from My Game Steam. It's this pack right here, so yeah, been coming really handy actually. Actually, we own that one. What else does he have here? So we've got, is this a grass roller or just a regular roller? That's a standard roller, I think. Yep. That's only $1,000. We own that. Well, we don't own this one, I guess, but we own very similar. We do own this bad boy here, that weeder. I really like that weeder. That's got a nice detail to it. These things are flexible and hits, and by chain, that looks really cool. I would like to pick this up. We might upgrade our windrower with this one. How much is that? 2,100? That might be something we get in the near future, actually. And is this the grass roller? Yeah, this is the grass roller. So yeah. Oh, maybe there's the one we own right there. Oh, that's right, because that other spreader is what? Salt? Yeah, that's okay. That's right. So it is this one. Okay. We own this, but in a separate mod. It's a John Deere one. I think this is a 2-row. I should probably check that out. 1.2 meters. What is ours that we own? This one. 2 meters. Okay, so actually this one supposedly is a little bit wider. Well, outstanding. What else do we need to do here before we move on a month? Let's take a quick peek at our chickens. I think they are well fed. They are indeed. They're the only animals we really need to worry about, except Fido.
Welcome, partner. Grandpa left you this farm. It needs a lot of work.
Phil Bowl, there you go, Fido. You got food. I'm sorry, buddy. I regularly forget to feed the dog. I actually feel kind of bad about that. And since we're getting into warmer weather, it's time to go back old school. Gloves. Are those dishwashing gloves? No, they're not. I don't think we don't need any stinking gloves. And I gotta get the shades back on, of course. There we go. Now we're in winter. Now we're in our winter, our summer gear. And I'll show you what's going on over here. So we are pretty well set up on this field. I brought a pallet of seed over and got this limed up. And this is all prepped for corn. Some of these spots here are because I went back over some areas that I had missed previously when I plowed it. And they were kind of bugging me, so I just went back over those and got them plowed up again. I think that's it. I think we're in good shape. I think we can skip ahead a month. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, and if I am, well, lesson learned, right? So let's get moving ahead into April. Hopefully it's not going to be rainy April. Oh, of course, I just said that, right? Oh, good. Okay. I'm hoping it's not going to be a... Oh. Why? Why do you do this to me? Can we plant in the rain, I guess? Man, that's a pretty good shower, too. It's coming down pretty good. And thunder. Great. Even better. Needs lime. I wonder, can we lime this now? And I don't think we can we? I guess we could throw some lime down there just to see if it'll take it. 85% yield bonus. Needs rolling. Yeah, needs rolling, all right. Let's see how our grass is coming up over here. Nice. Outstanding. We probably could roll this, but I'm going to hold off on that for now. What I am thinking, though, here... I thought I tried to throw lime down on this, and it didn't take because it's too late. Whoa! Were you just on my cedar? I think you were just on my cedar, weren't you? Are we fertilized 100% across the board, or do I need to worry about that at all? Fertilize, fertilize. Man, see how ugly that... Yeah, I missed a few things on this field. That's probably why we're getting hit and miss yield bonuses on that field. That was my first field with the old equipment and still getting used to stuff. Here's going to be our future cornfield. I've got a shop delivery sign there because I was messing around doing some testing offline. I need to clear that out. But yeah, grass is 100%. So we're looking good all throughout there. In fact, before I forget, let me clear out that shop delivery so I don't mess anything up there. We've got just a little bit of fertilizer left in our spreader, so we're going to go ahead and get that dumped out. Now, as far as lime goes, I feel like we've got lime somewhere, or have I been buying... Oh, you know what? I think I have been buying bags of lime, because I think we're out of lime. Yeah, I think we are completely out of lime, and I don't think we've got a lime trigger anywhere here. I think one of these is fertilizer and one of these is seeds, if I remember right. So we either have to go to the store and pick up lime, excuse me, or have it delivered. The smalls are gone, so probably don't have a lot of options here. Let's run over to the store. Let's fill up our spreader real quick with some lime, and let's just test. I'm a little curious if we can throw lime on that field. I don't think it's going to do any good. We might as well come over to the store and just check on it anyways, make sure nobody set fire to it while the smalls are gone. I think this is a lime station here. I don't know that this is multi-fruit or if it's just lime. Yep, it's just lime. Okay. I think it's just lime, actually. Oh, and I set those two triggers down over there. I don't know if I ever showed you all that, but those two triggers over there, one's for liquid fertilizer. One's for liquid fertilizer and one's for herbicide. And I did that because that fill station right over there is just lime. It looks like the multi-fruit fill station from like 82 Studios. Whoa! There's some grass right there. All right. Thanks for that, I guess. All right, let's see if this does anything at all. Well, it won't unless you move, Brad. I don't think it does. Yeah. I thought I tested that before, and it wasn't taking it. So, all right. It's just good to know for sure. We'll get it limed up next time. We'll get much better yields out of that field too, the next crop, because we will have limed properly, fertilized properly, you know, and all that fun stuff. So. Alrighty then. Well, I guess all we can do at this point is run over to the John Deere. Hello, Mr. John Deere. With, I guess, kind of a John Deere-ish planter. And the idea is we are in April. We are going to plant corn. Let's look at the weather here real quick, just out of curiosity. Oh, the weather is supposed to clear up by 9. That's not bad. Let's see if we can get anywhere with planting in the rain here. Ah, guess it helps if I turn it on. I should probably also make sure soybeans. Yeah, I'm glad I checked. We want corn. We might have a little splotch of soybean there. I don't know. Let's just go right over it and hope that it maybe it'll plant over it. Otherwise, we'll have a little patch of soybeans sitting there. I actually quite like this little planter. It's a 2-row, but it's very easy to use, easy to operate. I thought it was going to be a little bit trickier to plant like row crops with this thing, but I did a little testing on it, and it's actually quite simple, quite easy. It's actually a nicely done mod. I have no idea how much seed we're gonna go through on this thing. You know, I'm kind of curious, does this thing take fertilizer? We don't need to, though, right, for this field? Actually, we do need fertilizer. We could... Does this thing take fertilizer? I think it does, right? Isn't that usually what... Let's go check. Now I'm curious. Let's go see if we can put some fertilizer in this beast, because if it will, then yeah, we might as well. We might as well fertilize at the same time. I'm expecting you all to run out of the way here. Thank you. They love to do the Harry Carry thing and run under my tires all the time. No, I'm not seeing fertilizer added. What is that second 0% line thing? Oh, I know what it is. Haha, it's our bucket. Brad. I thought that would only display, though, when the bucket was selected. Apparently not. Alright then. Well, no harm, no foul. Good to know, I guess. Let's, oh, I do like the way those little tops pop open there for the seed. That's kind of funny. And pop close. Boop. Can you open them manually? Oh yeah, you can. With Z. Nice. I have really, honestly enjoyed, very much enjoyed, using this old equipment. If I'm being honest, it's been a lot of fun. Using this old stuff. It's a nice change from always using the new stuff. It's just generally a slower pace. It also seems like modders, when they make this old stuff, they seem like they pay a little bit, you know, of attention to like the sound, the squeaky brakes, just the rattles and things like that. And oh, are you kidding me? Weeds are already growing in my splotches. That's just wonderful. We'll take care of those things too. So yeah, I've really gained an appreciation. I don't think I used any of the older equipment in 19 for sure, and in 17 I think I mostly just looked at it and messed around with it, but I don't remember ever really playing like a full map with the older stuff, and I am really liking it quite a bit. It's just, like I said, it's just a nice change of pace. So I don't know how good it is to be planting in the rain, but we're doing it. So there's that. Try not to miss anything as I'm going around here. I kind of like the first person view in this old stuff too. It's kind of fun to do it this way, especially when you're looking back at the old planters and seeders and all that stuff. It just looks pretty sweet. I think there should be a little bit more smoke coming out of that John Deere chimney, but that would just be my preference. The more black, the better. You know what I'm saying? Like really, just burning coal out of those things would be great. So we'll get a couple nice headlands around here, make life maybe a little bit easier for us. Try to get in the right gear. There we go. And we'll lower our planter down, get this little strip I missed. Very nice. And we can make one more trip around here, and maybe when we get back around we can throw some more seed in there. I figure I'll just keep throwing more seed in there every time I kind of get close to the pallet. I wonder if this thing wipes out weeds. Oh, it definitely does. Very nice. So that's kind of the long and short of it on the old family farm. Is we're kind of just chugging along. Harvest season's coming up soon, which is going to be great. Kind of miss. We had one small harvest here when we first started the map. And really haven't used the old harvester a whole lot. So it'll be nice to get the old FAR out and give it a bit more of a workout, even though it's not going to be that much. It's just those two fields. I would love to see us, and we still might actually do that, kind of been eyeballing, like I said, that field that's down there at the end, and kind of thinking about that field right there. That's a pretty big chunk of property right there. It's a little bit more of an investment. I think it's like $16,000 or something like that, so it would drain our savings, our savings a bit. But that field, and we'd get a lot of grassland over there that we could plow up and make that field quite a bit bigger. So that might be well worth doing once we get this, get our barley and I already have forgotten what already have forgotten what our other field is. Is it wheat or... Let's go ahead and get you filled up. Maybe once we get those things done, we can we'll look seriously at buying that. Property. We should probably start getting a little bit more aggressive with property purchasing before the Smalls get some weird idea and want to buy it out from underneath us. Actually, while they're on vacation, might be the perfect time for us to do some things like that would be harder to get away with when they're around. You have to remember the Smalls run the bank, so pretty much anything, you know, pretty much anything we do here, financially speaking, unless it's, if it has to involve the bank at all, Betty Lou and Tiny know about it. And if they know about it, well, the whole town knows about it straight away. They also run the local Gazette newspaper, so that doesn't help. And they just make stuff up. Like I asked Betty Lou one time, you know, what her sources were, because she claims that aliens have visited the old family farm on multiple occasions. Of course, you know, I asked her what their message was. She said that they come in peace. And of course, she claims what seems to be very common, which is, you know, they're warning us that we have to change our ways, or, you know, Earth's destruction is, you know, imminent, and stuff like that. And I've asked her for proof and stuff like that. Of course, never is any, right? She's claimed that she's had the president of the president of the United States has shopped at her store. Again, no proof. What is that newspaper, man, that my grandparents always had a copy of, the latest one? Was it the Star? Or I know that it's, you know, it's the gossip ones that, you know, baby born with, you know, 4 heads, that kind of newspaper. That's pretty much the type of thing I think they've got going on there, you know. And most of it's just fun and in fun. They may take it seriously, but, you know, most of the town folk know that, you know, not to believe basically any of it. But, and I do think, and I almost credit the Smalls for being the inventors of fake news, by the way, because they have spread some kind of dangerous information through their newspaper as well. You know, Betty was claiming, you know, they've got a medical, oh boy, they've got a medical section in the newspaper, and Betty gives medical advice. You know, you can write in and say, hey, you know, I've been suffering from, you know, aches and pains, my joints are hurting, or whatever, you know, and Betty will give apparently what she calls home remedies that work better than any cotton picking doctor stuff could do. And she's had people do some weird things, you know, stuff that, you know, is borderline not right, you know. I remember, what's his name? Old Jimmy Dean Schultz there, Schlitzer, that's dating Clarabelle, wrote in because he was, he had He wasn't sleeping. Insomnia. Well, her answer to that was, it was because his, you know, his bed wasn't right. You know, he didn't have the right kind of mattress or bed. And she said that that Tiny always gets a perfectly fine good night's rest when he sleeps out in the pig pen. So that's her suggestion, you know. She told him to go out and sleep with the pigs. I don't know if it worked or not, but apparently he tried it, and I haven't heard anything back, so maybe it did work. Maybe she's onto something. I really don't know. But I think that is getting close to wrapping us up, actually. I think this episode's gone a little longer, but that's all right. Throwback Thursdays are usually longer than Kubota Farm. Usually get, you know, kind of wrapped up and getting things done here in the farm and yapping about the smalls and stuff. That time gets away from me anyways, but let's check our maintenance on this thing. I think we're doing okay. Yeah, we're looking pretty good, actually. Very nice. So I will probably finish this field up, getting this field planted, get the corn in the ground. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty darn good. And, yeah. Hopefully... Oh, this was just the one area I wanted to show you real quick. Was this area here. So it's... Oh, it's more expensive than I... Oh, no. Oh, it's cheaper than I thought. 12,000. Maybe this is the one. Yeah, this one here is the 16, almost 17. But this guy right here, I think... Yeah. I think this would be, for the price, we would get this whole thing, and I think a lot of this over here. It's always hard to tell with this map. See, we kind of get part of this. It would almost be best to buy both of these at once. You know, this and this. But that's what, 12 and 17 basically, so we're looking at 29,000. But that would get us this field, that field, and all of this land here that we could plow. So, something to consider. I think we should probably go for it sooner than later, though. And the other field down here that I'd like, that's 7,100. That would be a nice purchase right there as well, actually, too. So, all right, well, let's give that some thought, and maybe next episode we can expand a little bit more. But we'll get this all cleaned up, caught up, get our corn in the ground. Harvest season is around the corner. Looking very forward to that. Thank you all for joining me here on the Old Family Farm once again. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. That'd be awesome. Subscribe if you want. Would be more than happy to have you along for the ride. And hopefully I'll see you real soon. So tomorrow we'll be back in East Vineland on Kubota Farm. Take care, everyone. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Let's take care of each other. And I'll see you all real soon. Bye for now.